Hey guys, as a realtor, I get this question a lot. And honestly, I just had another person at church ask me about this exact thing. And she said, my daughter is working full time now and wants to move into her own place. And she wanted to know, how can she possibly buy in this market? And I understand why people are feeling that way because home prices really went up in the last decade or so, and interest rates went up over the last few years. Now, we have had an interest rate decline since the peak last year, and that was great. But what I've noticed that younger buyers today need to approach home ownership, in a little different way than in past generations for the last few decades. There are actually several strategies that make home buying more realistic for new buyers. You've heard me talk about it before. I'm going to talk about it again. Down payment assistance. In Michigan, we have great down payment assistance programs. MISHDA, through the state of Michigan, and HUD, it's MSHDA, MISHDA. And they offer some different programs for first-time home buyers. One of them is a down payment program of $10,000, and it's a loan. It is for closing costs and for down payments, and has to be paid back at the end of the mortgage. There's no interest, and there's no payments during. Doesn't get added to your payment for the life of the mortgage. You just have to pay it off at the end. There's also a program called Home Boost. Now, this one is a much higher down payment cap of up to $25,000 down payment. And there are some restrictions on this. Now, I don't mean restrictions, but qualifiers. So just get a hold of me if you want to know about it. It's really focused on first generation buyers. So if your parents hadn't owned a home, but there's some other qualifiers in there too. And a lot of people do qualify. It is available for a shorter period of time during the year, usually comes available in July. And then there are grants that some lenders provide. Now, unlike MISHDA, a grant would not have to be paid back, whereas the MISHDA loan does. Now, some parents and grandparents can also gift down payment funds that can be used in accordance with MISHDA. And that's a great way too. So maybe you have some money set aside, a nest egg for your kid or your grandkid, and you want to give it to them, or you think your parents would like to do that, and you can ask them. And a lot of buyers also, for the next thing, start searching in their hometown or really close to their job. Sometimes you need to expand your search and think about things that you haven't thought about before, areas you haven't thought about before, and just take a look, see what you think. Sometimes a 30-minute drive is worth it. So my suggestion to you is expand your search. Now, I've been able to help a couple of people move completely out of the city. It worked for them. They were either worked from home or, didn't need to be close to their job, whether it's remote work or something else. And the third thing I want to talk about is to buy with a sibling or a trusted friend or another family member. You can have more buying power where you both go to the lender and get qualified for the mortgage, and then you can share the cost of the mortgage and the expenses for utilities and things like that, 50-50, and any maintenance. And that's a good option too. Or if you don't want to do that and you want to buy it on your own, you can qualify to buy a property, but you're maybe not comfortable with the payment that you're qualified for. You can get a roommate. Now, this can just be renting the room and sharing, the same floor, or maybe it's a whole basement that they could rent from you. So you just that will just help you, that contribution of rent will help you pay down your mortgage faster or just be able to afford more things in life. And number 4 that I want to talk about is small multi-units, okay? Like a duplex or a triplex or even a quad. You can buy a multi-unit property and you can live in one unit and rent out the other unit and use that rent income to pay the mortgage on that property. Sometimes if you get maybe a 3 unit or a 4 unit, maybe their rent covers your entire mortgage. Now, this is a bigger undertaking because, of course, you're the landlord then and you have more responsibility. But if you feel ready for that, that's an option we could talk about. And this is also a really smart way for young people to use home ownership to help create a financial portfolio and passive income or semi-passive income. It can really introduce them to what the long-term benefits of owning property are. And it's a great way to, like I said, build up your financial portfolio. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is condominiums. I feel like condominiums get a bad rap. Condominiums are a great choice for first-time home buyers or people who don't want maintenance, right? It's an option that will work well because we do have affordable condominiums with low HOA fees. And for those of you new to the market, HOA stands for Homeowners Association. And HOAs generally cover things like snow removal, lawn care, exterior maintenance of the building, and sometimes building insurance. So you just have to insure the stuff in your condo. And a lot of people don't want to do lawn work or snow removal. And so it works out great for them. I've helped people with that thought they wanted to buy a house, buy a condo because they really liked that idea. And we found them a great condo with low HOA fees. So I've had several people that I've helped in these areas, and I would love to help you or your loved one who's getting into the market. Please click the link below or in the bio, or you can contact me directly. You can direct message me or call me at 616-227-0790. And just to summarize, it's all about having a strategy and looking at different options like expanding your search area, down payment assistance, considering a multi-family unit, consider renting a room within the home. Consider buying with another trusted person to be on that mortgage, or maybe a condo will work for you. I would love to hear from you, and I hope you're having a great day.